Super Sport, Sport, 440, Trail, 500, 600, 650, XCF, XCR, XC600, XC700, XLT, RXL, Ultra, and Storm. All of these sleds have one thing in common. They are all Indies, and almost without exception, they were all considered the best of the best in their day. The Indy is credited for revolutionizing ride and handling. It set benchmarks for performance, it won countless races and awards, and it was ridden literally millions of miles by everyday consumers for more than 2 decades. If ever there was a sled that had an impact on our sport, the Indy is it. The Indy was around long before I was, and yet as a kid I can remember looking at that sled in the yard and dreaming of the day I could ride my own Indy. And sooner than later, that day came. My very first sled was a 1988 Indy 400 with a low windshield. So needless to say, the Indy holds a special place in my heart. Since retro is so hot right now, this is the perfect time to bring the legendary Indy 600 back with a technological refresh, but all the incredible value, performance, and fun it delivered since long before my head sucked air. The all-new Indy 600 doesn't disappoint on any level. For starters, it's simple, all-black plastic with an excellent representation of an '89 Indy 500 graphics scheme. Looks slicker than David Beckham's six-pack. For a sled that's mostly black, this thing sure does turn a lot of heads. What really impressed me though was the chassis layout and how even it truly captures the essence of the original Indy. No, it's not a rush, and thank goodness for that. In 2013, the Indy combines the stellar handling and excellent rigidity of Polaris's Pro-Ride variable caster dual A-arm front suspension setup with a more traditional solid tunnel and in-track coupled rear skid frame. What you get is a sled that rides great, handles absolutely amazing, yet doesn't cost an arm and a leg. For anyone present in the early 80s when the Indy was first introduced, this may sound very familiar. The rest of the sled has been pieced together with a real eye for authenticity. On the base model, you'll find a set of basic, preload adjustable steel body shocks. The upscale SP model, though, gets a set of rebuildable aluminum body shocks. The gauge package is a new unit from Polaris without a lot of bells and whistles. It has all the info you need and not much else. All controls and switchgear are standard Polaris stuff, and the only thing we really think is missing is a set of rear idler wheels. In their day, Indies were known to be overachievers in terms of performance in their class. These new Indies get the full jam 2-injector Cleanfire mill found in all Rush models, and in this chassis, this motor feels strong and pulls hard. In fact, every aspect of this sled is pleasing to the rider. It feels great to sit on with its IQ-style seat, adjustable riser, and all-new one-piece handlebar with integrated and heated hooks. It handles absolutely amazing thanks to the variable caster front suspension's nearly complete elimination of bump steer, and it rides great thanks to a well-valved shock package. Now, if retro is what you're into and nothing else matters, the Indy is going to be a home run for you. Unlike Polaris's excellent Retro Rush graphics packages, the Indy doesn't just look the part. The entire sled is a throwback to its namesake. But if retro style with modern performance is what you're after, well dang it, the Indy is still a home run for you. This sled captures everything we love about snowmobiling, but isn't going to break the bank when it comes to lay down your hard-earned greenbacks. What needs to be understood about the Indy is that it's not a shift. But we'd forgive you if you made that mistake, because at first, we made it too. The Indy is not intended to fit into the budget class. On the other hand, it's not meant to be competition for the Rush, and it's ultra-technical competition. So here's where I think the Indy fits into the 21st century. It's a sled that has everything you need for a great day on the trail, and nothing you don't. It may not be well suited for an egomaniac who must have all the latest bells and whistles. But if you're a rider who isn't submerged too deeply in the technological revolution and simply wants a sled that will provide winters of riding enjoyment at a price the average rider can afford, with style even youngsters with the saggiest of pants and largest of monster decals will appreciate, here's your sled.